Coming up on UIWtv, find out how Cardinals showed their love this Valentine's Day. Then, we'll see how KUIW is giving students the chance to experience audio production. And find out what goals the UIW women's golf team is aiming for this season.
Welcome back to UIWtv. So glad you could join us today. I'm Janelle De Jesus.
And I'm Elizabeth Rendon.
So Ellie, how's your week been so far?
Pretty good, Janelle. I'm glad it's almost Friday.
I am also very, very thankful that the weekend is almost here. Well, we have plenty to share with you all today, so let's get into it. We start by remembering the life of Mr. B.J. Red McCombs, who passed away at the age of 95 on February 19th. Mr. McCombs and his late wife, Mrs. Charlene McCombs, were longtime UIW family members whose generosity supported the university's mission and students. In a special message, UIW President Dr. Thomas Evans remembers Mr. McCombs and his wife for their philanthropic work in arts, education, and healthcare. The Red and Charlene McCombs Endowed Scholarship Fund has allowed students at the UIW Fike School of Pharmacy to continue their educational journeys. Our condolences go out to the McCombs family during this difficult time. Also making headlines this week is former President Jimmy Carter. The 98-year-old was placed on hospice care late last week after a series of hospital visits. His family said in a statement last Saturday, former U.S. President Jimmy Carter today decided to spend his remaining time at home with his family and receive hospice care instead of additional medical intervention. He continues to receive care at his Georgia home.
Attention all actors. UIW student filmmakers enrolled in COM 4358 Producing Directing Seminar will hold a casting call for their upcoming productions. Auditions will be held Tuesday, March 7 in Ad 290. To schedule your audition and see the available roles, you can scan the QR code on your screen now. The student filmmakers are also seeking cinematographers, sound recordists, and production assistants. If you're interested, contact Professor Teresa Coronado for more information. Did you have any plans for Valentine's Day? Emma Gale takes a look at how students celebrate it here on campus.
Love is in the air at UIW. Cardinals celebrated Valentine's Day in the SEC Ballroom, courtesy of UIW Residence Life and Housing Operations. There were many heart-thumping activities, such as creating Valentine cards, rock painting, and balloongrams.
Kind of let residents and students know that there's more than just love within Valentine's, that there's different aspects of love, that there's connection, friendship, diversity within love.
One of the biggest hits was the friendship bracelets provided by the National Alliance on Mental Illness. If you got hungry or thirsty, there were some heart-themed cupcakes and pink lemonade to tide you over. There was also a photo booth where you could pose with some cute Valentine's Day themed props.
My favorite activity was the photo booth by far. Yeah. Because we got to take pictures together and have little props, and it was cool to move really fast to get all of our props in there.
Yeah, we went pretty quick, but that was our favorite part. I loved everything, the pink, the hearts.
Does your Valentine speak another language? You could spin the wheel to learn some love customs from around the world at one of the booths. The event was all about celebrating differences in the way people show love, different types of love, and maintaining healthy relationships.
There's so many different aspects, and I think one thing that doesn't really get talked about enough is LGBTQ plus relationships. But we're not just focusing on that, we're also focusing on how to maintain healthy relationships.
Okay, so the winner for our raffle.
Some lucky Cardinals even won a raffle and got to take home a basket full of Valentine's Day goodies and priority slots for on-campus housing. Love is one of the many events that UIW Residence Life hosts throughout the semester. If you missed this one, don't worry. There'll be plenty of opportunities to participate in other events later in the semester. For UIWtv, I'm Emma Gawley.
If you're interested in attending events on campus, visit UIW Engage for more information.
Also happening on campus, the Mardi Gras season is officially over. But with the help of the Campus Activities Board, students had a party to go out with a bang.
It's a sight you'd expect to see on Bourbon Street. A throng of partygoers surrounding what is UIW's version of a Mardi Gras float. Yelling and jumping, all for a string of plastic beads and a free sweatshirt. The Campus Activities Board celebrated Fat Tuesday with a Mardi Gras-inspired event. Fat Tuesday, aka Mardi Gras, first originated in New Orleans as a way to celebrate the day before Ash Wednesday and the beginning of the Lent season. Since then, the holiday has evolved into a weeks-long celebration with many iconic traditions. Those traditions can be seen here with the purple, green, and yellow colors decorating the campus, the beads and boas hanging on student shoulders, and some of New Orleans' world-famous eats.
The best part of any festival is the food, and I've got NOLA's most famous dessert right here. I'm talking about, of course, the beignet.
Yes, a Mardi Gras party, or Mardi Party, is the perfect way to bring students together and celebrate the New Orleans tradition. Students like Frank Rivera.
Yeah, I think it's a really good event because it brings all of the students together, and also there's food. Everyone loves food.
Rivera and his friends were just some of the attendees enjoying the event's activities.
What I really loved the most was the music and the food and getting to do the photo booth with my friends. So it was really cool. But I do hope we do more events like this.
For UIWtv, I'm Gabrielle Yanez.
The Campus Activities Board says to keep an eye out for more upcoming events like these through your Cardinal Engage or their social media accounts. Fashion management students here at UIW are back with their annual Red Dress Fashion Show, in which students design and create red dresses to raise awareness for women's heart health. Gabrielle Yanez is live in the Joyce Building to speak with the MC for the upcoming event. Gabby?
Thanks, Janelle. Well, I'm here with Kian. She's actually one of the fashion majors who's making the dress for the event. So tell me a little bit about the event. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling really excited about the event. This is probably the 13th annual red dress competition that we have here at UIW. Last year was at the Rolling Oaks Mall, but this year we're going to be doing it here on campus, which is very nice because it's really easy to get to and you could just come to school.
Awesome. So tell me a little bit about the event itself. What is it for?
Oh, so it's for the women's heart health, that way we can acknowledge women's heart health, and it's not a fundraiser or anything, it's just to raise awareness, so it's completely free. All the students go ahead and make a dress, and the only thing that has to be in the dress is red. So as long as it's red, you can make anything you want. You can make a dress, a pantsuit, a swimsuit, daily athleisure clothes, and it just has to be red.
Awesome. Well, obviously we have some great red dresses right here, and these were all made from UIW students?
So they are not all made from UIW students. Only about 11 of them were made by students that go here. Most of the dresses that we have are actually from high schools, local and far. We do have a high school coming this year from Corpus Christi, and we also have some coming from Jefferson High School, some from Edison, and also some from East Central. And they come near and far just to come to our competition.
Awesome. And how are you feeling about it? How are you feeling about your dress?
I'm very excited about my dress. It took a whopping 72 hours to make, and it was very hard, but it's going to be really worth it whenever I see my family there and my friends and we get to walk the runway.
Awesome. You must be so excited. And I mean, you yourself are playing kind of a big role in the event, right?
Yes, I'm actually the MC for the event. We didn't have an MC last year, but we are able to have one this year, and I'm going to say everyone's name. That way they can get some good recognition when they walk down the runway.
And if you don't know, the Red Dress event is actually a competition. So how are you feeling about that aspect?
I'm really nervous. There's a lot of good dresses and a lot of people deserve to win, but there's only 3 spots for college and 4 for high school, and the winner gets tuition money. So there's upwards to $3,000 towards tuition, and then I think the lowest is about $1,000 scholarship.
Awesome. Well, I know you got some tough competition, but I'm sure you're going to do great. Good luck. And if you guys are interested in attending this event, it is this Saturday. Again, it is free. So go ahead and check it out. Back to you guys in the studio.
Thank you, UIW Fashion, and thank you, Gabby. If you want to learn more about the fashion management program at UIW, visit UIW.edu. Don't miss out on the Red Dress event this year.
After previous cancellations and rescheduling to the weather, Greek life finally held its first tie-dye event of the semester in the Friendship Garden last Friday morning.
After previous cancellations and rescheduling due to the weather, Greek Life finally held their first tie-dye event of the semester in the Friendship Garden last Friday morning. The wind was strong, but the fun was stronger. Greek Life provided shirts, rubber bands, and various tie-dye materials for students to choose from throughout the event.
Well, today I did tie-dyes. I forgot to wear gloves. I got my dye all over my fingers. But these events, you know, it's just fun. Anybody that's on campus can just walk up, and even if you don't know the people, it's a really nice environment to walk up and just like join in whatever they're doing.
Student government candidate John Meehan was also in attendance to assist Greek Life with their event while campaigning for vice president for this semester's election.
They bring normal events like the tie-dye, which is an amazing thing, to campus, and you know, you have fun things to do, and I love that about Greek Life. I'm also running for vice president for student government, and I would love to help Greek Life to make more events like these.
Along with providing the materials for the event, Greek Life also gave each student specific instructions to successfully wash and wear their art created within the Friendship Garden. Despite the cold, students were seen coming and going throughout the morning. If you would like to check out which tie-dye shirts that were highlighted, go follow Greek Life on Instagram at UIW Greek Life. This has been Maddie Campbell. Thank you for watching, and let's get back to our anchors.
If you want to check out some of those tie-dye shirts, follow Greek Life on Instagram at UIW Greek Life.
With so many events going on around campus, I have to ask, Ellie, have you gone to any campus events this semester?
Of course. I went to the rodeo and to Valentine's Day event with my friends, and it was so fun.
Well, next event they have here on campus, we have to go together.
Of course. And in other news, UIW received a grant that will help develop minors in entrepreneurship and innovation, as well as a certificate program with a social entrepreneurship component that fits with the university's mission. The $29,000 VentureWell grant will expand course offerings, offer connections for students to meet others in the working field, and establish an entrepreneur in residence. The grant is a result of a collaboration between the HEB School of Business and Administration and the Beckendorf Family Center, in an effort to find and develop the business leaders of tomorrow at UIW.
Speaking of the HEB SBA, the school offers free tax preparation services for working-class families with incomes of $60,000 or less. The Volunteer Income Tax Assistant Program, or VITA, helps families take full advantage of the tax credits they are eligible for. These services are offered every Saturday from 10 a.m. to noon, now through April 15th. You can find the UIW Vita Clinic in the Joyce Building on the Broadway campus. Before the break, let's check out our social media question of the week. This time we asked, what TV show are you currently binge watching? We'll return later in the show to check out some viewer responses. Until then, stick around. UIWtv will be back right after these messages.
You are watching UIWtv.
Welcome back to UIWtv. My name is Ishel Villarreal, your entertainment insider for today. Let's dive right in. February is Black History Month, so let's take a moment to highlight some historical moments in Black film this year. Angela Bassett won a Golden Globe for Best Supporting Actress for her role in Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. She made history by being the first Marvel actor to be nominated for an Oscar and to win a Golden Globe. This comes 30 years after her last Golden Globe in 1994. Viola Davis completed her EGOT status this month as well, earning her spot as the fourth Black person and third Black woman to claim EGOT status. Other Black EGOT winners include John Legend, Whoopi Goldberg, and Jennifer Hudson. The NAACP Image Awards premiere this Saturday, February 23rd on BET if you'd like to support other Black actors and filmmakers. University of the Incarnate Word is home to thousands of talented students, including the students in UIW's theater program. This semester, UIW's theater students are hard at work on Eurydice, their first production of the semester. When tragedy strikes on her wedding day, Eurydice is sent hurtling into the underworld. Sarah Roll reimagines this classic myth with its reconsiderations on love, loss, and sacrifice. We had a chance to go behind the scenes.
Rehearsal for Eurydice is well underway. The theater department has been rehearsing for 2 months now. In the surreal land of talking rocks and strange characters, Eurydice reunites with her dead father while her husband Orpheus plots to save Eurydice from the land of the dead. But Orpheus' quest presents Eurydice with a tricky choice. What is home, and how do you know where you belong?
Eurydice!
I think everybody can relate to Eurydice in some form or aspect. She is a kind, warm-hearted person, and I think that is such a relatable show, and everybody's gonna fall in love with the story.
Oh, I remember reindeers. I saw them putting their little noses in the snow.
Due to Eurydice's intimate nature, it will be shown in the Cheever Theater. Smaller than the Coates Theater, it is a studio black box that seats 75 to 100 people. The show will also include one night for ASL interpretation, where they will have 2 interpreters in front of the stage.
There are no rooms.
Lots of magic is the best way I know how to describe it. It's especially magical on a live stage, just because a lot of the stuff that we have involves smoke and mirrors, just like magicians. And I think it's going to be really fun to bring to the UIW stage.
We are all 3 stones.
The crew will take advantage of the black box and use new elements they have never used before. You'll have to be there to see it. A valid UIW ID card gets students, faculty, and staff a complimentary ticket. Otherwise, admission is $12 for adults, $9 for seniors, and $8 for non-UIW students, military, and first responders.
Orpheus, go.
I know the team, and I know we're going to pull it off, and it's going to be magic, and I'm really excited to see how that magic turns out. Come see the show. Come see the show. We have put so much work into it, and it would be so amazing if so many people could come.
The showing for Eurydice this weekend is already sold out. You still have a chance to see the show on Friday, March 3rd and Saturday, March 4th. Don't miss out. You can get your tickets right now on UIW's theater page. We turn now to our very own radio station on campus. Reporter Dan McNeil speaks with the students behind KUIW and how they are making an impact on campus.
The dedicated students in the KUIW radio station are passionate about providing a voice to the communities around San Antonio. But the impact of the station goes far beyond just music. Taking a look on how the station engages with the school and provides opportunities for other students to learn and grow.
So because we're in the Comm Arts department, we really do mix it together with promotion, since we're under one banner. And I think that helps us because it does keep us together in the community. So when UIWtv succeeds, KUIW succeeds as well.
The station is a valuable resource for anyone looking to engage with their peers or are pursuing into a career with radio broadcasting. Getting hands-on experience with the station provides students with the career skills of management, engineering, advertisement, promoting, and being an on-air host. With plans to expand its reach within and outside the UIW campus, KUIW is poised to become even more integral within the UIW community.
We have been wanting to do more overall, and I feel that in the next couple of years we're going to see a lot of change and expansion with KUIW. We're going to see it really take off further than it's ever gone before.
I am Dan McNeil with UIWtv, and that was our very own news station on campus.
Make sure to tune in to KUIW by searching www.kuiw.org or by downloading the Radio FX app. And if you're interested in signing up, email either the program director or Mia Lizarraga or faculty advisor Professor Teresa Coronado. Another student media organization is looking forward to beginning production on their upcoming events. Matthew Jernovich learns more about the UIW Film Club.
The UIW Film Club is in full swing since the pandemic hit, kicking off the semester with information sheets posted all around the campus.
We were closed for the pandemic, but we had some fun projects come from last semester too.
We are under a different administration, I guess you could say, and then yeah, we're trying to get things started in the film club and get some projects in the works.
The UIW Film Club was founded back in 2017 and is a student-run organization dedicated to giving students experience in the art of filmmaking. UIW Film Club President Lanita Harris shares how she has been positively impacted by the club.
It's helped me grow as a leader, and especially production-wise. I've really grown as a director and a writer in the film club.
You can find the UIW Film Club in room AD 281.
No qualifications. If you're just interested in working in film, whether in front of the camera, behind the camera, writing, producing, whatever it is you're interested in, just let us know. And yeah, but there's no qualifications. You don't need any kind of experience or anything. Just be interested in film.
For UIWtv, I'm Matthew Drenovich.
If you're interested in learning more, you can find the film club on UIW Engage, where you can connect with the officers. If you like all things video games, we have a new segment for you. Here's Matthew Faltich with Just Press Start.
Hello, I'm Matthew Faltich, and this is Just Press Start, where we go over what's happening now in the video game world and what's being released soon. Microsoft and Nintendo have made a binding agreement to bring Call of Duty to Nintendo platforms for the next 10 years. The deal was announced the day before Microsoft and Activision Blizzard executives are set to testify in the European Union over their proposed acquisition. Microsoft has faced backlash from regulators over possible anti-competitive practices with the acquisition. Now here are the games and DLC that will be releasing soon. Octopath Traveler 2, the sequel to Square Enix's 2018 release Octopath Traveler, releases February 24th. The RPG's visuals and gameplay gives an edge over other games in the genre. It will be releasing on PS4 and 5, Xbox One and Xbox Series XS, Nintendo Switch, and PC. And a new expansion is coming to February 28th to Destiny 2. Lightfall will focus on a new location, Neomuna, as players discover new bonds and threads that expand both the story of the game and the unity of the players. And that's all the time we have. Thank you so much for watching Just Press Start.
A gamer, but I definitely am now. Thanks for catching us up with the latest, Matthew. You may have seen junior Joshua Burns DJing around campus. Reporter Alejandra Ortiz sat down with Joshua and got a look at how he began his DJing career.
DJ Big Mac plays music for many occasions, from school events to weddings. He started DJing with his cousins 3 years ago.
They just used to teach me back in 2020 in COVID times and the pandemic, so I was just stuck in the house, just practicing, and that's how I just became better and better.
His cousin DJ Henny K plays with him at the Burn House Club. He inspired Burns to pursue his full-time career as a DJ.
He was very adamant about it. He called me like every day trying to find out something new about it. And then when he started buying his own stuff, I was like, okay, yeah, he's definitely, really trying to learn.
DJing isn't Burns' only job that requires music. He also runs the KUIW radio every Tuesday.
It affected in a good way. It makes me expand more, look for more music. It makes me dig deeper in my music crate. So yeah, it made it better, really, if I'm being honest.
Burns uses his knowledge to get out of his comfort zone. This is something that makes DJ Big Mac truly unique.
You never cease to amaze me. Like it's good to see, somebody I'll never take credit for his success, but it's good to see somebody that I was able to influence have such success doing the same thing that I'm doing.
DJ Big Mac turns his passion for music into something greater.
You can mix your own music and make people love and dance and make them happy and smile and stuff. That's probably the best thing about DJing.
For UIWtv, this is Alejandra Ortiz.
Be on the lookout for DJ Big Mac next time you're at a campus event. If you're a local filmmaker, you've chosen the right place to live. Last month, San Antonio received an honorable recognition for its rich film history.
The City of San Antonio's Department of Arts and Culture and its Film Commission announced in January that San Antonio once again made Movie Maker's list of best places to live and work as a filmmaker. This marks the 5th year in a row the city has been recognized on the list. Movie Maker's annual list is compiled based on research and personal visits. What makes San Antonio stand out amongst industry heavy hitters like New Orleans, Atlanta, and Vancouver? Turnkey film, free permitting on 250 city-owned locations, and growing film culture supported by local educational opportunities. Other factors at play include the cost of living and production resources. Executive Director of San Antonio's Department of Arts and Culture, Crystal Jones, says this recognition from Movie Maker is a huge accomplishment and calls it an economic generator for the city.
Movie makers from around the nation and really around the world look at this list to see where they would like to make their next film or their commercial, or maybe even do a documentary. So it really brings a lot of attention to San Antonio as a film-friendly city. When those projects come into town, they hire locals, they use a lot of businesses, catering, hotels.
Tim Moyloy, editor of Movie Maker magazine, calls San Antonio a great place to get regular work while saving money to make your own films. Notable productions filmed in San Antonio in the past year include feature films and documentaries like Looking for Lee and Liza and Uncle Nearest Whiskey, TV streaming programs like American Ninja Warrior and My True Crime Story, commercials for Spectrum, Kroger, and Toyota, and plenty more. As to what projects to look out for, Jones says the feature film The Answer to My Prayers, set to release in 2024, stars Luis Fonsi and Chris Caton of Saturday Night Live and was filmed in various locations across San Antonio.
So look out in 2024. We will have a red carpet screening. The movie makers have decided to come here to San Antonio to have a big screening. So we'll invite the community to come out and see that project.
If you're a local filmmaker or you're interested in learning more about filmmaking in San Antonio, Jones suggests connecting to the Film Commission via social media at Films San Antonio and finding a news source for all things film-related in the city.
And then the next piece of advice is I would just get out, start looking at local film screenings, events that the Film Commission puts together, and start meeting, your local, residents and fellow residents who are working and actively pursuing film careers.
For UIWtv, a special coverage by Alyssa Munoz and Lenita Harris.
A good opportunity to connect with local filmmakers is at film festivals. The San Antonio Film Festival takes place late in the summer, and the Guadalupe Cultural Arts Center holds its annual Cinefestival in July. Let's look ahead at what's coming to theaters this week. Lenita returns for the final cut.
Welcome back to The Final Cut. I'm your host, Lenita. Let's get started. This past week, Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania hit the theaters. The film has a runtime of just over 2 hours and surprisingly a 47% rating on Rotten Tomatoes. This movie features Jonathan Majors, who plays a villain named Kang the Conqueror, who wants to create a timeline without superheroes. Ant-Man, his daughter, and the Wasp band together to try to stop him. Jonathan Majors is really showing out with the upcoming movies. The new installment in the Creed series is coming to theaters March 3rd. The film follows the series' main character Creed as he faces an old friend, played by Majors, in the boxing ring. The Netflix series You released the trailer for part 2 of season 4. I won't spoil it for those who haven't watched it yet. The new season follows Joe in London as he gets himself into a sticky situation when he joins an elite, wealthy group. This season, the hunter becomes the prey. Joe is being stalked by an anonymous person determined to figure out who he is. Tune in before part 2 comes out March 9th. That's all for The Final Cut. I'm your host, Lenita.
Season 4 sounds exciting. I need to get caught up. Thanks, Lenita. I'm sure you're caught up with all the buzz, but if not, I'm here to catch you up with the latest music updates for Music in a Minute. Singer Ariana Grande teased a new collaboration with The Weeknd. The singer, who put her music career on pause to film the movie adaptation for the Wicked musical, hinted at a remix of The Weeknd's 2016 hit Die For You. The remix will be released tomorrow. Rihanna took the stage at the Super Bowl performing a 12-song melody of all her famous hits. This was Rihanna's first musical performance in 7 years. During the show, the singer revealed she was pregnant with her second child with hip-hop artist A$AP Rocky. The halftime show also made for some good memes online. And finally, back to the charts, Miley Cyrus and SZA still hold the top 2 spots on the Billboard Top 100 charts. Flowers has been in the #1 spot for 4 weeks. Taking number 3 is country singer Morgan Wallen's new song, Last Night. That's all for Music in a Minute. You're all caught up? That's a wrap for entertainment, but don't go just yet. Sports is coming up after the break. For UIWtv, I'm Michelle Villarreal.
Happy to see you back with us. My name is Sam Kamen, and with spring sports starting up, there's a lot to talk about surrounding UIW athletics. Let's get right into it. We start with big news as 2 former UIW football stars are going pro. The offensive duo of quarterback Lindsey Scott and wide receiver Taylor Grimes were both selected by the Pittsburgh Maulers in the 2023 USFL draft on Tuesday. The Walter Payton winner Scott got picked 2nd overall, with Grimes right behind him in the 7th round, 49th overall. Major congratulations and good luck to Taylor and Lizzie at the next level. We're excited to see the success continue at the pro level. This past weekend was a busy one for our Cardinals. Women's basketball extended their winning streak to 3 games on Saturday as they took down Nicholls State University. The Cardinals got a 65-50 road dub. Big thanks to junior Nina De Leon leading the Cardinals in scoring with 20 points in the game. The men also played Nicholls last Saturday but didn't find the same result, falling 74-84 despite knocking down a season high in 3-pointers with 12. From one court to another, men's tennis had a big day on the road against UTRGV, taking 6 of 7 matchups, winning 6-1. Basketball season is winding down with the conference tournament right around the corner. Our reporter Zoe Del Rosario had the chance to talk with UIW women's basketball.
Only 3 games remain in the regular season for UIW women's basketball. A different roster and injuries to key players didn't stop the team from already securing a better conference record than last year.
It's a little bit different team this year. We probably have placed more emphasis on 3-point shooting. So we've been really good of late, especially during this 3-game winning streak and beating teams from the 3-point line.
A major addition to the team this season has been Nina De Leon. The junior leads all players in scoring, assists, and steals, proving to be both an offensive and defensive threat.
Well, that's my teammates. Like, I wouldn't be able to do all of that if it wasn't because of them. So, like, you know, it's like about playing together and all of that.
UIW has a tough stretch ahead as they play Northwestern State, who have the same 7-8 conference record as them, and number 2 seed Texas A&M Commerce. But Coach Dow believes they have the assets to come out victorious.
You know, we still have a lot to play for, and we truly have control of our own destiny in terms of where we finish in the standings, and potentially some things would have to shake out right, but potentially could end up as high as the number 4 seed.
This team is no stranger to the intensity of postseason basketball. Last year's historic run to the first round of the NCAA playoffs gives them the confidence for what's next.
It really doesn't matter what place you are in. It doesn't matter what everybody else thinks, because nobody thought we would go as far as we did in the tournament. Nobody thought we would win at all. And so it really doesn't matter what place you're in. Just go in and keep fighting each and every day.
For UIWtv, I'm Zoe Del Rosario.
Make sure to pack the McDermott Center tonight and wear pink to support our Cardinals in the big game. Softball is back in the circle. The Cardinals started their season at home with the Cardinal Classic, getting convincing wins against Green Bay and Eastern Illinois University. They're currently at a 5-6 record and look back to get to their winning ways as they play Prairie View A&M University this Saturday. Conference play still a few weeks away, starting March 10th when they play Nicholls State. And don't toss the bat just yet, because UIW baseball is back on the diamond as well. The team had their 3-game series here at home versus the SIUE Cougars, this past weekend, but only secured 1 victory, giving the series to the Cougars. On Tuesday, the Cardinals took on the Tarleton State Texans, but fell short in a contested battle with a final score of 5-3. The season is just starting, and the Cardinals have a lot of promise with good results ahead of them. The season is in full swing for the UIW women's golf program. Hannah Cash with more.
Women's golf just recently came back from New Orleans with some hardware, finishing second in a strong field at the Tulane Classic presented by Chad Brownstein.
We really prepared well for this event. We all fought out there, and that's kind of who we are. And that's what we always talk about, is being fighters out on the golf course. And we really turned some heads this week, and I'm so proud of how they battled the challenging conditions, the challenging golf course.
Senior Alex Giles earned a top 10 individual finish this past week, alongside her teammates Hannah Cash, Lily Hurst and Mar Garcia.
We had all kinds of weather, wind, rain, cold, warm, but it was a great experience for all of us, and I felt like the course really suited my game. But yeah, the goal is just to try and enjoy this semester. It's my last semester, so yeah, I just want to have fun.
The ladies travelled to Dallas for their second event of the spring season, playing in the Southern Methodist University's tournament.
So the next 2 weeks are just going to be really productive and stick to our game plan and turn some more heads in Dallas.
For UIWtv, I'm Hannah Cash.
Good luck to our women's golf team in their next tournament at SMU. UIW track and field indoor season has been quite promising. The Southland Conference named junior Kyle Saracki Field Athlete of the Week following his performance at the Texas Tech Jarvis Open Meet. He led all athletes in the pole vault event. Kyle and the rest of the team will be heading to Alabama to compete in the conference championship meet this Sunday, sending our best luck to the track squad. And it's time now in the show to look ahead at the biggest games happening this weekend. Big doubleheader at home, starting with women's basketball taking on the Northwestern State Lady Demons. Winner that will clinch their Southland Conference tournament spot. Game is set to tip off at 5:30. And right after them, it's the men's playing at 7:30, with the men's trying to get one of the last 2 spots in the tournament. And if you're on the road, be going down to Corpus Christi. UIW baseball has 3 games in the tournament, with the first one coming up against the Texas A&M Corpus Christi Islanders. That first pitch is 6 p.m. at Whataburger Field Friday, February 24th. And you know what to do. Go out and support our fellow athletes. As a big reminder that all home games are free with your student ID. And that's officially it for the sports segment today. It's been, until next time, it's Sam Kamen. But before I do so, I've got to say I'm super excited about the opening of Outer Banks tonight. I'm probably going to go watch it. Are there any other TV shows that our listeners and viewers are currently binge watching, Elizabeth?
Good choice, Sam. For our social media question, this week we asked, what TV show are you currently binge watching? Here's what some of our viewers said. Abigail Velez said Abbott Elementary. Anthony Flamia said The Last of Us. And Marisa Allen said Ginny and Georgia. Thank you all for your responses, and a special shout out to our ComArts alums who voiced their pick in the comments. Are you binging any shows right now, Janelle?
You know, thanks for asking, Ellie. I'm actually rewatching the newest season of Grey's Anatomy, and fans know that it's a big night for the show.
I've never seen it, but I'll give it a chance. Well, we thank you all again for tuning in. That's our show for today.
Be sure to tune in again on March 9th for our next newscast. Until then, I'm Janelle De Jesus.
And I'm Elizabeth Rendon. And this has been UIWtv.